Hello, my name is Asahi Kantu, and this is assignment number 3 for Network Security and Vulnerability subject. In this assignment, I will show you how I implemented a digital signature scheme. I will show you the analysis and results of the assignment in the public key infrastructure emulation in a very simplistic way, and how I managed to implement a server application, client application, and the log file generations to transmit information over two different endpoints. First of all, let's see how the digital signature scheme works for my project. Let's assume Alice is a user and Bob another user, and both want to send and receive information each other and validate its authenticity, as well as confirm that each user sent the information and it hasn't been altered over its transmission. So Alice beforehand makes use of an algorithm for asymmetric key generation, which in this case is RSA 1024. To generate a private key and a public key. Alice then can transmit over the network her public key through Bob, and Bob can store it for later usage. Then Alice chooses her data and passes through a hashing algorithm, which in this case is SHA-512. Once this information has been hashed, it is encrypted by using her private key, which later on generates a digital signature. After Alice has performed these tasks, both pieces of information can be sent together over the network, where Bob receives it, and then the inverse procedure takes effect to just confirm that the original data is authentic. So in order to do so, Bob passes the same piece of data over the same hashing algorithm, SHA-512, and generates a hash. And at the same time, the digital signature sent by Alice is decrypted by using Alice's public key, which as well generates another hash. By comparing those hashes and making sure both are equal, we can confirm the authenticity of the document. Now, the way this workflow works, and the reason why this works, is because the only way to decrypt such information and get the same information that Alice's hashed the original document is by decrypting with Alice's public key once it has been encrypted with her private key. By using any other key, this decryption wouldn't be possible, or it will just create pure noise, unreadable messages. So to summarize again, the algorithms I implemented was RSA 1024 for asymmetric key generation, public and private key generation, and SHA-512 for hashing and creating the digital signatures. Before we run through the demo, I will show you which tools I used for this project. First of all, I created a server application using Flask and Socket.io, which basically coordinates all the information transmitted between Alice and Bob or any other entity. This server works as a coordination, and it's assumed it runs over a secure channel, and both users trust over this server emulating a certificate authority or a very high authority, confirming that information travels in a secure channel. For the client application, I used WX-Python for the graphical user interface. I used the key exchange algorithm running through Socket.io, the digital signature or the hashing algorithm SHA-512, and the asymmetric key generation RSA 1024. Let me show you now how this works. First of all, let's just take a look at the server application. As you can see, it just consists of Flask, Socket.io, and through different methods it coordinates and receives the information requested by different users. By creating communication channels, it makes sure the information arrives to the specified user. On the client side, all the implementation runs through a graphical user interface and makes use as well of Socket.io to transmit the information over the server once the application has been connected. It is important to mention that client makes use of DSS algorithm, which implements Cryptodome Python package. And this Python module, makes use of generation of public keys and decomposes to be able to send them over the network. It also makes sure that the document or the information is properly signed and verified. So the users who employ the client application can make use of this DSS module to perform the authentication and validation operation. And now let's just run the code. First, I will run the server, and we will assume this server is a trusted authority which transmits communication over a secure channel. And then users want to start a session with this server where they want to transmit information to be verified. Following the digital signature schema, let's assume this user is Alice and she connects to the server. Once Alice has started session with the server, the algorithm generates a private key and public key. Let's do the same for Bob. And we see now that Bob as well has created his private and public keys. Now what the server did here is transmit to each user the information saying, okay, that users have been just logged in and if they are available to chat with. Let's assume now that Alice wants to chat with Bob and she wants to start the session. So Alice requests Bob to start the session and she shares her public key. Bob then accepts, receives Alice's public key, and Bob transmits as well his public key to Alice. You can see here that now the connection is established and both can start sending messages. So let's assume Alice is sending a message to Bob. Then this message is transmitted over the network. And you can see here that the message has been verified, since the message is sent to Bob with the hashed or digital signature for Bob to validate it and verify it based on Alice's public key. Bob can do the same. And once Bob sends information to Alice, Alice can confirm the information is verified and authentic. Same principle applies whenever if Alice wants to send a file to Bob. In this case, let's just assume we send these requirements to Bob. Then Bob will receive this file and the file will be saved in this client requirements. If the file wouldn't be authentic or authenticated against the digital signature, then it wouldn't allow the file to be downloaded and stored in the system. As you can see here, we have stored the same file called requirements, transmitted over the network, which corresponds basically to this requirements file. On the other side and behind the wheels, what is actually happening is that all users, all the information is being logged and transmitted over the network. So for the client side, we can see here all the information and the public key generation as well as the information transmitted over the network. Same would apply here, and the server as well will log the information about what has happened and store the keys. As a conclusion, the development of this project allowed me to understand the digital signature scheme and the asymmetric encryption implementation over the source code and apply it to real solutions. It allowed me to understand the complexity of prime numbers and its importance over cryptography. I also had the opportunity to build a simple communication application from scratch and validate all the information and confirm that the algorithms actually work and provide powerful tools for us to create secure applications. Also understand the limitation of latency, complexity, and reliability over encryption algorithms and the way we try to create applications for final users to make it friendly, simpler, but strong. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.